What up? I'm back. 10/21, 11/03, October 1st on a Sunday. Just got home. I went and got supper after I got through painting this picture. This painting. Dude, I love painting, bro. Dude, it's so crazy what I perceive when I'm painting. I paint horses, man. It's the same fucking thing every time I paint. It's horses rushing. It's horses like with their noses pointed to the left corner. And that's what I see. Like, I'm a one-trick pony. I paint the same fucking picture over and over and over again. And yet it's always different. But the horses are in it every single time. I don't know where they come from. Man. It blows my mind. Because then, what's so crazy is the photorealistic photos in my paintings. And then, like, my camera don't pick it up with the shit. And I need better light than what I got in my bedroom. Because it's too much light. It's kind of good because then it glares. But, I don't know, man. I love painting. Like, painting for me, I don't know, man. It's just something. It's the process. And then it's like, I'm trying to learn to, like, be proud of it. Because it's not really about what other people perceive it as. To me, it's just like, I'm literally just moving. Like, I'm literally just moving. No thought. Just expressing myself, my body, for the first time. Like, in this journey, it's all about expression. It's all about speaking and saying right now. Whatever the fuck it is that I want to talk about. Whatever's popping into my mind. Talk about boners. Talk about my dick. Talk about me. Talk about me being crazy. Talk about me being slow. Talk about me wanting to squeeze an animal and just pet it because it's so fucking cute. You know, like, whatever it is, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And it's like, that is freedom. Whatever is on my mind is. It's not good. It's not bad. But the whole world has got it fucking twisted. The whole world is setting rules and regulations to only cause you to be less than. To cause you to fail. For something that they don't even fucking know. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. It makes me really sick to think that I was so dumb. That I was so dumb to follow them. Like, it destroys me. It literally destroys me. That, like, that I just blindly followed all these fucking people, man. And no offense, but y'all are some dumb motherfuckers. No offense. Even though it should be taken. It should be taken because the whole point is everyone's looking at everything from one single perspective. You're looking at it as a straight line. When, like, there's nothing straight in nature. Nothing. Nothing perfectly straight in nature. And yet we as humans, like, we make perfectly straight angles. And it's like, you guys, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why, if the earth and nature doesn't have anything that is perfectly straight, and if it is straight, it's not perfectly straight forever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an eternal straightness. And so it's like, for you guys to set these rules and regulations based on the pride and ego of man, that you think you understand, that you know everything about a tree. You know everything. You know why it is brown, or why it is white, or why it is yellow. You know why the color of everything is the color that it is. That's the dumbest thing in the world. for us as humans to expect that we understand and know what creation is ignorant. We are not the creators of it. Therefore, we cannot know the complexity of any creation, let alone all of creation. We don't know how a fucking embryo works. We know, we have an idea, we could be pretty close, but we do not know. From us, it looks like it's a random set of things based on a random code. They get spliced together from a mother and a child, or a mother and a husband, or a man and a woman. They don't have to be married or any of that bullshit, but technically the act of them having sex is marriage. It's becoming one. Which is a weird concept for me. It's becoming one. Marriage itself is just a stupid contract. Doesn't mean I don't want to be married to somebody, because I do. Kind of. But I'd rather have ourselves a contract that we create together that doesn't imply a third party, the government. But that's something different. And then you actually have trust in that person that you don't need a fucking third party to mediate your relationship. Like how shitty is that? Like, think about it. You get married. You sign a contract to each other with a third party housing that. Like you guys are so weak already in this bond that you have to have another third party. And the way I'm only perceiving it as weak because you shouldn't need a third party. But then again, some people are all in and some people are still looking for the grass is greener bullshit. And I talk about this all the time. It's like, I don't know. Like I said, dude, but I love differently. Like, if I tell you I'm all in, I'm fucking in. I'm in. I can only not be all in because of you. Like, I'm all in. Like, it doesn't fucking change. I don't get it. I mean, it could be my biggest downfall. You know? But, like, I don't have any other, like, I don't care. Like, if you're gonna sign on for me, I'm gonna sign on for you for always, unless you give up. It doesn't mean I won't walk away because you haven't given me that option. I mean, you haven't been giving me anything, so yeah, I gotta leave. But it doesn't mean like my feelings never change. I just like, well, fuck it, man. I'm tired. I can't just sit here and not get anything in return. Like, my feelings haven't changed. It's just like going to work and not getting paid. You know? Isn't that right? Like I said, but I don't do it for everyone. I'm only willing to do that for 2 people in my life. Maybe 3. 3 would have been the option. Everyone else, we're gonna go have fun and be done with it. I'm okay with that. I'm not signing on for you, and you're gonna know the difference. Like, you know the difference. I'm not fucking playing. I don't fucking play. I don't play games, like, literally. And maybe that's just it. Maybe that's the point. People think I'm playing games and I'm not. I'm like, I'm a different cat. I'm a different human being. As long as I continue to get, or you continue to give, or you continue to be part of whatever our agreement is between us, I'm game. I will self-sacrifice myself until I'm dead. That's just kind of how I play the game. And it's stupid. But I've gotten better. Because now I'm going, they can't do that. Like I said, if I don't get treated well, if I don't get respected, if I don't do this, I'm not coming. I'm done. There's no point in that shit. Like, I'm multi-talented. I'm multifaceted. I'm probably the most intelligent person you've ever met. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Part of my journey here is to be the most loudest, most boastful, most prideful fucking human being to walk this planet Earth. Number 1, because I'm number 1. Number 1, because it's who I am. I'm supposed to be the best me. End of discussion. And if I'm the best me, I'm definitely better than everyone. Guaranteed. End of discussion. It's just the way it works. If you're the best you, you're better than everyone. End of discussion. It's the way it works. It's not a comparison. It sounds like a comparison. And I guess in one right, technically it is. But it's not really. And either you understand that or you don't. Either you understand that or you don't. Like, why compete with the Joneses when your name isn't a Jones? It doesn't make sense. Why compete with an 18-year-old when you're 30? Makes zero sense. You can't. I mean, I guess you could, but it seems stupid. And then you got to look at things like it's based on the beholder, eyes of the beholder or whatever. I mean, I think beauty is beauty, but it doesn't mean that you think that the thing that I think is beauty is beauty. You're looking at a rose. I'm going, that rose is about to wither and die. I'm looking at what that rose stands for. I'm looking at what that rose is. It's based on the cycle. It's beautiful. Life and death. The personality, the smell. The way it stands up tall. The way it reaches to the sun. Yeah, it's pretty on the outside. But there's a whole fucking building block of creation on the inside of why it exists. That's what I look at. Maybe I want to fuck that rose, I don't know. Before it withers and dies, and I'll fuck it when it's withering. It's not about the vessel. Everybody needs loving. Older the berry, the sweeter the juice, they say. I don't know. I've gotten into this sexual energy because it makes me laugh. Number one, it makes me laugh. A lot of the reason why I've been talking about sex stuff a lot is because it makes me laugh. Because we've created such society where we shun it. And I just want, at the end of the day, I just want people to understand what it is they're doing and why they are doing it. And then heal from trauma. And then go fucking do it even better. I put a post on there talking about people being choked or sexual trauma. And like I said, the more that I heal, for a moment I had to live in the moment, the thing of going, why do I like it like this? Why am I fucking nasty? Why would I even consider piss play something? Why would I even care about it? Like, in one right it's disgusting, and another right it fucking gets me hard as a rock. Because it's so disgusting. But then at the same time, I don't know, something about it. Or humiliation, or good boy, or being submissive, or allowing someone to control you. Like, you gotta look at all these things. And it's like, once you heal through it and you understand, yes, I had it, I liked it for a reason, but I had shame and guilt in it. And now, once I heal through the shame and guilt, and now I'm going, no, I really fucking like that stuff. I understand it's a game. I understand it gets me off. It's not dark anymore. It's not evil anymore if I accept it as it is. And now I can be as nasty as a motherfucking freak that I want to be. And it's okay. As long as there's two consenting adults that agree upon it. I don't know about shit. That's weird. I'm not into that. Maybe some piss. I think I'm okay with that. For me, it's it's not nasty per se. It is kind of nasty, but at the same time, if it's coming from a partner, and it's semi-degrading, which is, to me, like I said, but then again, it's kind of like a vulnerable thing for me. But like I said, I'm twisted, bro. I'm twisted. I'm twisted, and it's not. I don't know. It is what it is, man. Don't mean I like tasting it, but it's not about the taste. That's the whole point of sex. Sex shuts off things, taste and smells, and things are overridden. And it's kind of like the shock and awe. That's what makes sex so crazy. It's the shut off of switches and the turn on of other switches. And like the nastier the better, but it's you shouldn't have a walk of shame the next day. If you want to get ran through, you should figure out a reason why you're having shame and guilt, get over it, and then continue. Doesn't mean there's not repercussions. That's not what I'm saying. But it is not bad or good if that is what you want to do. There are real repercussions for it. But that's the difference between heaven and hell. And like I said, you may not want to. You may start to feel and become aware of the repercussions of you sleeping with 10 guys in a week. After you heal, you may go, you know what, I don't like this, because now I can feel John. I can feel Tony. I can feel all their energies, like, and you would have all those names, you know? And then you could feel every single time you had sex with someone, you're going to realize the stain that they're putting on you, and that you don't like it. You don't like the fact that you can't control your emotions because someone is busting a nut in you and sending new energy inside of you that you cannot manage because it's not yours. It's not yours. So now you're trying to manage your emotions on top of the energy signatures, the darkness of, the negative energy of every single partner that you've had. Same thing for men. Same thing. It's not as potent, but we get more of a lust from it. We get more of like a attraction or a tie from it. And we go through cycles every day, and we're not receiving something from women like that. We are, but they're not busting a load in us. You know, it's two different things. And so we can detach it a little bit different. However, we still have the desire for that person that we had sex with. You can't get rid of that. You bonded to them, and you got a string that is attached. And so, like I said, it's just up to you, man. And then you're going to compare yourself or your partner with every previous partner that you've ever had. And that's shitty. That's shitty. Unless you can live in the now. When you live in the now, you can bypass all that because you are accepting of whatever it is that you have and you're grateful for it. And you only know that experience right now. The only time you can compare, like I said, if you have the comparison gene and everyone has it, you just have to learn to live in the now and get rid of that compare. Where like if you're like in a situation or you're communicating with a partner and you kind of go off into the past, you go off into the future, how can this be better? Well, if I was dating the other dude, we could communicate a little bit better. And so then you start comparing yourself. That's where you think the grass is fucking greener. So like the answer to every single problem in existence is living in the now and be appreciative and grateful for what it is that you have and what you have in front of you. And then if you agree with a partner to live in the now, always, just always live in the now. That is how a relationship can last. We will do the best we can always right now. We will take care of every conversation, every fight right now. We will solve every problem right now. And when we are appreciative that we get to go through this right now. And that takes away all the comparison. You kind of fucking forget everybody else but you. Or whomever's in front of you. And you just kind of accept everything as it is right now. And like I said, dude, I want a partner like that. Like, we can fucking be crazy. This song is called Jim CArrey multiple personalities. Let's fucking live multiple personalities right now. Today I'm gonna be something, tomorrow I'm gonna be something different. And so on and so on and so on. It's always gonna be fun. You're gonna drop everything and dance. For no fucking reason, because that is what you feel like doing right now. And I'm okay with that. And if I act crazy right now, you know that I'm just me right now. And we can just be appreciative that we're gonna go through the right now always together. And it seems fun. And all our needs will be met. And we can communicate right now. Yeah. But I really like talking about sex and stuff, dude, because it triggers people so much. And at the end of the day, like, we're adults here. I'm on a platform with adults. I'm not on a platform with kids. Okay? Like, you're a fucking grown-ass adult. Act like it. Act like it. Be honest in whatever it is that you do. But there are real repercussions to everything that you say and do. And I'm getting, it doesn't mean I didn't mess up in the past or I didn't run away or whatever. But it's like, I'm just trying to fucking live my life. And it's like, dude, I got neglected so much growing up or this or that. It's like, yeah, I'm going to leave if I don't get something in return. It's not a tit for tat. It's just, I'm not a fucking option. Like, I was an option growing up to my fucking mom, to my people in my family. I'm not a fucking option. If I wanted to get neglected, I would have stayed with those motherfuckers my whole life. I left. And then me neglecting myself was the biggest. You think about it, like, I don't know, man. Like, if you're not you can't neglect yourself. Like, that's the point. Like, and you can't. I just don't understand religion. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. Number one, the God doesn't make sense to me. The concept of worshiping someone just doesn't make fucking sense. Giving thanks and being appreciative of someone, yes. When you have sex, you're technically worshiping the other person. Not really, because we don't. Some of us do. What you give your time, attention, focus to, technically that's worship. That's why I say it's love, but it's worship. It's whatever. But in the act of sex, that's what's supposed to make it so beautiful. Is you create a bubble of existence, and then you're worshiping the other person. You're giving. If you can detach this way, you can give the other person and yourself in that creation bubble all your time, all your attention, all your focus. I mean, you can't be thinking about somebody else who dicked you better. Okay? You can't think about somebody else dicking you. You have to be in the moment and be surrendered to the moment completely and live in that room, in that bubble, in that existence, in that smell, in that sweat, in that taste, in that feeling, in that vibration. And then if you transfer that to every relationship that you have, where you're always in those highest moments, where you're always thinking about that person in front of you, that's where real creation can happen. It doesn't mean you have to have sex with everyone. It just means, like, even in business conversations, like boom, 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 like always focus completely to the person in front of you. That's where shit can happen. I just use sex because that's the highest. But it is the highest form of creation. If used that way, right. It's the highest form of manifestation. That's why it's so important to come in with the right intent. And then that is kind of why the hate fuck idea is fine, but it's not the best. Because your focus is elsewhere. Your focus is in the past. Of why am I fucking you so hard? Because I fucking hate you. Because you did something to me that pissed me off and I'm angry at you and you deserve to be punished. But it's based on a past idea that should be forgiven. And that doesn't need punishment. It doesn't mean it doesn't feel good. It doesn't mean it's not good. Okay? But it's just not the best. Right? Well, I'm just talking about the best. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to punish, you. Or someone would want to punish me for past hurts, Like when we come together, like, it doesn't mean that the first time we're not going to be pissed off, like, at each other in some right. Maybe you just bang it out and get it over with, And then the next time it's different. Who knows? Just bang it out and get it over with. Be as nasty and mean, as hateful as possible that we need to be to each other. Just so we can feel like we punished each other long enough. But you have to be able to understand why you're doing it too. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I talk the way I do. I love it, man. It makes me happy. It makes me happy because I laugh. It's like at the end of the day, I grew up thinking like if you talked about sex, if you talked about your dick, if you talked about pussy, if you talked about anything, it was nasty. It was perverted. I'm going, how is it perverted? You're saying that the highest creation, the highest form of creation in all of humanity is perverted? No. It's perverted when maybe you do it the way it's not intended. But if I get a boner because I get a boner, because I'm thinking about this, or I'm thinking about her, or I'm thinking about some idea that, I guess it's kind of lustful. But if I get a boner, I get a boner. It's not gonna send me to hell because my dick stood erect. Yeah, maybe I should control my thoughts better. Yeah. But just to get a natural boner, like I said, man, like when I sit still, the blood goes into my pecker, right? When I'm working out, the blood goes away from my pecker and goes into my muscles, so my dick gets smaller. And then when I'm at a resting pace, my dick gets bigger. Because I have decent blood flow. Like, it's just basic understanding of the human body. How is that perverted? And then for you, or for a human, to say you can't talk about a male member, it's stupid. And then the same thing with women. Like, I can't help whom I am. I can't help I make women uneasy and intimidate them. I can't help a lot of things. Okay? I can't help that I can smell them. Like, I literally can smell them, and I can smell them switch from being not aroused to aroused. I can't help it. Doesn't mean I act on it. I just can't help it. And like a lot of things in my life, it pisses me off because like just me existing is fucking evil based on the way I was raised. Just me existing is bad and naughty. And so I'm going, fuck all of you. Fuck all your rules. Fuck all your beliefs. Fuck everything. Because if you think that I can see the future, I'm evil. If I have visions, I'm evil. If I do magic just by fucking existing and breathing, and I can talk to deities and fairies come to me, I'm fucking evil. I'm like, no, I'm not evil. I just fucking exist. I can't help that nature comes to me. I can't help that I can see rifts. I can't help it. It's just not a thing. I can't help that this is me. I can't help you ain't giving these gifts. I can't help I can talk and talk and talk for eternity. I can't help that I have the gift of gab. I can't help all these things. I can't help that the Creator loves me. I can't help it. I can't help that angels and demons follow me. I can't help it. I can't help I can look at you and fucking break your soul. I can't help it. I can't help I can see through you. And I can see when you're lying. And I can look into your fucking soul. I can't help it. It's just me. I can't help when you throw this and that and you wish for my downfall. It makes me stronger. I can't help it. I can't help it that you guys can read the Book of Power and occult shit and do voodoo dolls and all this magic shit that worked against other people. I can't help it doesn't work on me. Can't help it. I mean, I do help that, but that's different. That's different. You know, the shit that you're doing, I created it. I'm just better at it. You guys are like low level. You guys are low level, and it takes many of you to go against me, and I still win. I can't help it. You guys are weak. You guys aren't even on the same page. You guys have too many different desires that are selfish. I can't help it. And even if you guys were all on the same page, you still can't. It's only a matter of time. I'm just draining your resources. It is what it is. It's petty bullshit. And you're gonna understand that magic is everything. Or whatever you perceive you guys are doing, I guess you would basically just call everything magic. Anything that comes out of you that you're taking from the non-tangible or the invisible and creating it. Any idea technically is magic. Technically, because you can't explain the totality of what you're doing. You have a goal and you put it on a piece of paper and then you act towards that goal. That's technically fucking magic. You're all witches. You're all warlocks. You're all sorcerers. And so to compare, to blame, or to say that one's evil and one's not, like, you guys are stupid. It's a waste of energy. You're all doing magic. You're all speaking spells. You guys make zero sense to me. You guys make zero fucking sense. So one-tracked. This is not a race. You're not on a track that is subjugated to all the same rules and regulations for everybody. The idea of competition itself is stupid. Like, the idea of competing in anything is semi-retarded. Semi-retarded. Very slow. You guys perceive it as who's the better man? Who's the better woman? And I'm going, it really doesn't fucking matter. Because neither of you even are close in anything enough to compete. at all to have any weight, other than that some reason you guys think that because someone won the race today that they're the best. That's the dumbest, fucking most illogical idea ever. To have Olympics is the stupidest concept ever. And I hope one day you guys understand this. To compete in races or sports, like it's really fucking stupid. Like that's why I don't watch them. It makes zero difference. You're not proving anything to anybody. Really. It just doesn't make any sense. It's the same as killing. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You killed somebody today. Okay? I don't. What do you want? Like, at the end of the day, what do you want? I won the Olympics in 2004 for my event. What do you want? Are you proud of that? Like, in all reality, are you proud of that? Really think on that. Like, really, really, really step away from that event and really think, are you proud of that? And then go, I am proud of it. And then go, well, then why? And then maybe I'll give you that. Because I worked so fucking hard. Because I did the best I could. That's what you should be proud of. It's not about winning. It's about the time, attention, and focus that you put into that thing. And then you did the best that you could do. It's not about competition against anybody else but yourself. And then if you start playing sports like that, if you start to understand that, then my creator would be like, yeah, now that's something to be fucking proud of. But when you're doing it the other way to beat another man, that's not anything to be proud of. Like, who cares? Who cares? You beat someone who was on a different fucking journey than you. He was on a different path than you. You beat someone with a completely different life than you. There's no comparing that. There's none. Maybe one person didn't even have to go to school. All he had to do was compete. He got the best training, the best food, the best teachers, the best support. And he whooped your ass. So no matter how good you did, you had to work a 4-time job or 2-time job and then go train and then do this and then do that. It's not the same. And then you're not even the same genetics. You're not even the same height. You're not even the same this. You're not even the same that. Like, in all reality, to compare like that is just ignorant. And even in the story of David and Goliath, a little one and a big one, it really makes no fucking difference. One person was cocky, and the other one just swung his fucking slingshot. If Goliath would have got a hold of David, his ass would have been grass. There's no comparing that. Competition is the dumbest shit ever. It's so stupid. Because you're really just copying out yourself. Like, it makes zero sense. You're making yourself invisible. And then when you win, Then if you do win, you're surprised. Because you already felt less than. Or you felt that the other person didn't compete. But it's a backwards idea. It's a rainbow. It's very fucking stupid. Because then it's like I'm competing against someone I knew I was going to beat. I think of like Muhammad Ali. And you think about how they said he was cocky and boastful and but I think at the end of the day, I think he knew he was only fighting himself. He was fighting himself. He was training against himself. And he just had to be his best self. And he knew that the better he was at himself, the better he was altogether. And it wasn't so much about the competition. It was about him being his own competition. And as long as he was confident in himself, that he has done everything that he needed to do to be the best for himself, then he would be okay. And the words that he was saying, they weren't boastful. They were against himself. For his confidence. I'm this. I flow like water. Da 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 da. I. And then even if he talks shit about somebody else, he was boasting his own mind up. It's not even about really the other person's reaction. It was him trying to keep his confidence in himself the whole time and not waver in that. Because if I'm always confident, then the other person in front of me has to accept me as the confidence that I produce. They can't even question it. If I never waver, if I never change, they have to accept the confidence that comes out of my mouth as truth. They may not like it. They may call me boastful and prideful and cocky, but they have to accept that I am what it is that I speak. End of fucking discussion. And then for them to go against that is a lie. They have to lie to themselves that I am not as confident as I perceive. And the only reason why they lie is because they're not that confident in themselves. So they cannot even imagine the fact that I'm confident like the way that I am confident, because they're not even close. And that's comparing. But it's their own game. I could care less how confident you are. I don't really care anything unless you're on my team and I'm needing you to be your most confident self. Or I'm needing you, or you're my mate, or you're my partner. I need you to be confident in you. So I can have confidence in you. But I can't have confidence in you if you are questioning yourself all the fucking time. I can't have confidence in you if you're questioning your worth. And see, this is a fucking pride and ego check for me. How can I go have a partner that can believe in me if I'm not confident in myself? Obviously, she's gonna not want to be with me, or not trust me, or not any of that stuff, because I'm not confident in it. And I may perceive that I'm confident, but I'm not showing that confidence. She can't feel it. And she can see from another perspective of me questioning myself. Obviously, she's gonna go another path. Because she can't have confidence in me because I don't have confidence in me. And then I can't have confidence in her because she doesn't have confidence in herself. It's like the name of the game is you to be the most confident for yourself always. And to do the shit, do the work, to stay confident in yourself. And then the only way you can be confident in yourself and not lie is by doing the work. I've done the work. I continue to do the work. I continue to create the work. I'm not fucking lazy. Especially when it comes to me and my mind. And things that I really truly need to do. I think the world's stupid. I think the money system is dumb. I think it's built on false confidence. And lies. And deception. And so that's a lot of the reasons why I don't want to partake in it. But then at the same time, it's going, well, I guess I need it and I deserve it all. I deserve all the fucking money. And I know I can do well with it. And I know I can manage it good. I know I can help other people with it. So it's not a big deal. It's like everything I'm doing is just going to help build people up. So I'm just giving out free energy and free money and free upgrades. So, but yeah, I mean, you just got to be confident. Most people can't handle it. Like, they just can't. But they're not confident in themselves. So it's like, how do you be something you don't have? How do you even trust it? And I trust people, man. I trust people. If they're confident, fuck it. Why would I not trust you? You know? I don't know. I know when you're not confident. I know that much. So if you are confident, fuck it. I got your back. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you as confident as possible. I'm not gonna doubt you. I'm not gonna doubt you. I mean, I guess if you want to fight me or something like that kind of confidence, I'm definitely not gonna. I'm just gonna take it as face value. If you want to fight, we can fight. I don't know. That has nothing to do with confidence. It's just up to you. That's a different scenario, though. But everything else is cool. If someone wants to fight me, that doesn't. It is what it is. I don't find confidence in fighting. Because there's only two outcomes. We both get hurt, or one of us doesn't get hurt. That's the only outcome. And it's not really about who gets hurt worse. Those are the only outcomes. We both get hurt, or one of us gets hurt. That's the outcome of fighting. So that, and then it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's stupid. But I do like to fight. It's a weird issue with anger. I don't know. And pride and ego, and then like I will piss on you when I get done. I have a real fetish with pissing. I just really like it. I like to piss on things, man. It's funny, I was somewhere the other day and I whipped my dick out and was pissing. And then the dog pissed too. I was like, it makes sense. We're both animals. He saw me piss, and then he pissed. But then again, like I'm starting to perceive like bodily fluids as I would have to. I don't know, man. I don't want to study it, but I have ideas. I have ideas about piss, about piss being very important, and it is. I just don't know what it means. But I had that dude's flying, bro. I had an idea one day, like, the answers in the piss, and I was trying to think about it. I never drank my piss. There was one time I peed on a wall, outside, a brick wall. I was little, and the piss bounced up and hit me in the mouth. But I never drank my piss. Now, there's some people that drink their own piss. I don't really care anything about it. I guess if I was dying or starving, or I could. You know, some people on drugs, they'll drink their own piss. I've heard of people pissing in somebody when they're drunk, when they're on drugs to get them high. So I mean, there is processes of what makes piss something. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, it does go through the filter process of your body. And then, like, but this would go back to if your body was clean. If you was only drinking water, you was only eating, like, non-GMO food, vegetables with, like, no herbicides in it, maybe you could drink your own piss. Because what would you be filtering out? You know, like, if your bodies were completely clean, as clean as possible, no chemicals, no external outside influences that can harm you, these motherfuckers are flying, bro. Like, what would it do? I mean, would it be sterile, right? It's going through the process. It's almost like a filter. I wonder if that's where we came up with water filtration systems. Was like through the piss idea. I gotta plug my phone in, bro. How did this not be plugged in? Who knows, man? Like I said, the world is my oyster, bro. Like, there's so many ideas that I get to talk about and think about. Like, and it just, it's like walking around with a huge boner, a mind boner, all the time. And there's one thing that I love more than my boner, and it's having a mind boner. Like something worth thinking about. Oh my gosh. Like something that can make a difference, that actually means something and is not stupid. Or competition or sports, they just don't hold any validity to me. Like, they don't make any sense. Like, you play 23 games a year in football, or however many it is, and then you have a Super Bowl and they're the best team, and like, well, what do you win? You get clout for 1 year or for the rest of your life that you were the best team in 1963, and you beat, I don't know, man, it just doesn't make sense to me. Am I stupid? But then I guess you get money from it, which means you get this, and then you can go do more trips. I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense. When it's like, I go to my bedroom and I paint, I'm not competing against anybody, and I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm having the most fun that I can. I'm fucking proud of it. It could be shit. You know, I live my life, I go do a job, I go do it on my own, and it's fucking good, and it's good enough, or whatever, and I get paid for it, and I'm happy. I'm not competing against anybody else, and then my house is my house, my truck is my truck. What it is that I wear is what I wear. Like, I don't fucking care. Who cares what little Timmy over there has? Or Tyler, or Taylor, or Nikki, or Nancy, or Stacy, or Avery. I don't know, Avery's pretty... I kind of care what she's got on. She a cutie, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not comparing with her, but she's attractive, you know. And then it starts you down this route because then it's like I care about what Avery's doing because what is Avery perceiving? And what does she care about? And what does she compare to? And then how is she comparing all the other dudes? Because then I gotta be in that comparison so Avery will pick me or I can pick Avery. And then we can do whatever we want to do together. But I gotta be in her level and she's gotta be in mine, or I gotta be something to catch. And she's, you know, I already like her, but she's gotta like me too and think that I'm a good fit, you know. And then I'm the best choice. Like, so again, I look out into the sky, there's a star, and then it fucking disappears. Where did you go, bro? You trying to hoodwink my ass, or where'd you go? And I look at it was like, yes, there's healthy competition in the aspect of a game. Like if me and you, like, it's cool, man. Like we're playing volleyball, I want to beat the other team. I do, because you're playing a game, right? But I understand that like it doesn't fucking mean shit other than that I beat them. Like, that's how much weight it has. Like, yeah, I'm using my time, attention, and focus to be the best me, and I want to win, but that winning just proves that I've done enough. I guess? I don't know, man. It's so confusing, because now this sounds like it's counterintuitive from whatever it is that I said before. But living in the moment, I just want to have fun and play the game. And really, I don't care if I do win or lose. I just want to have fun. I'd rather win. I don't know why. Because it was told that I need to win. That's why I'm kind of thinking that right now. It's like, it's kind of stupid. What's the point of playing a game? Have fun. As long as I have fun, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. Now it kind of makes me sound like a little bitch. But my idea, like me and my older brother used to play volleyball all the time. I love volleyball. I love diving on fucking concrete. I love being stupid. I love just playing the game and doing, I don't know. I liked diving. I like jumping. I like kicking. I like bursting with speed. Like, I like being the little dude going against people that are a foot taller than me. And me being good enough just because I'm fucking fast. And I'll jump. And I'll dive. That for me was why I like to play the game. Because there's things that I shouldn't be able to do, but I'm fast enough, I'm strong enough, I will jump, I will sacrifice my body for a fucking stupid game. But I'm having fun in that. I just want to play. But it wasn't really about winning or losing, because 1 second after we won, I'm like, let's play another. Let's play another. And for me, it's always been about the process, the process, the process. It's never really been about the end result. I guess maybe I've never truly been rewarded for winning things or overcoming things. And so for me, it's always been the process as my reward. Because I've never really been rewarded externally for anything that it is that I've done. I mean, I guess money, but I never really thought about money as a reward. I thought of money as the result of a process of me building or fixing or repairing something. That's the natural order of things. My time, my attention, my focus, and then I get money on the back end. And so now, like, for some reason, my body is going to, like, prostitution. Like, it really is. It just went to prostitution. Because then it's like, you're giving someone time, you're giving someone attention, and you're giving them focus. They want it, and they're willing to pay for your time, your attention, and your focus. You're using your vessel, you're using your eyes, you're using your body, you're using your time, your words, attention, and focus. And someone's willing to pay you for that. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. The only thing that sucks with prostitution would be safety. Infringing in someone's free will. If it was regulated, or if it was acceptable. If it was acceptable. If it was legal. If it was legal and the woman could say no, or the man, either or, and they could meet. I don't know why I'm talking about the shit that I do. And there was a way that we could go, you know, if someone infringes or someone says no, that they have to stop. And no means no. If someone gets uncomfortable, like, that's over. If there was some way to regulate that. And then if for some reason, if a man hurt a woman, like, and then he got penalized, and then he couldn't partake, like, he couldn't partake in prostitution anymore. Like, he was blacklisted. And this is so weird. What's wrong with me? Or vice versa, you know, a woman. We just got to keep people safe, but I do perceive it's like, if your time, your attention, your focus, maybe the brothel thing has to happen where you can only do it in these scenarios. That sucks because I don't want a third party involved, like, other than that they need protection. This is so weird. It's like I'm rolling into the pimp idea here. But it's like, to each his own. Like, it's your body, it's your attention, it's your focus. Like, you should be allowed to do whatever it is that you want with whatever you have, as long as you're of consenting age. And if someone's willing to pay for it and they're safe and you're safe, then why does it fucking matter what the government has to say? Like, because they're the ones, they're fucking buying whores and little, like, underage ones, like, and they're doing sex trafficking and all that stuff in the government. And so it's like, the people who are telling you it's not okay to do it for regular human beings, the ones up there, they're doing illegal shit that's illegal to everybody. And they're infringing in underage, this and that, and we have proof. Yet there's no one there to stand up against it. Like, they're the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet Earth. Because they're above the law. And then where I'm going, it just makes sense, as long as these women and men, whomever, do want to do whatever, if there's a possible way that they can be safe, then I don't see any point. Why not? Why would you not? Why would it not be okay? We can smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes gonna kill you. We can drink Cokes and eat sugar, and sugar's like fucking murder. I'm not saying it's not gonna mess up things or it's gonna change things, but it may make them better. We kind of have to talk about, like, protection. Maybe you have to wear protection. You know, maybe that's another thing. Like, if you're gonna do prostitution, like, you would have to wear protection. You have to. That's just part of the law. Or you have to have a vasectomy on both parties. So one a hysterectomy and the other one a vasectomy, or whatever the woman's one is. Not a hysterectomy, but her tube's tied or something like that. If that's what you want to do. And then, like, kind of like the porn field, they gotta get STD tested every week, and it's super crazy because, like, those people in the porn field, they are cleaner than the people out here because they get tested, and then they only sleep with the same people. The only difference is they're all getting tested. We're out here, like, I talked to somebody the other day, and he's like, "You ever had syphilis?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "I've had it 3 times," and I was like, "Okay, that's fucking weird, bro." But that chlamydia, like, no, I never had those things. I can't help it. It's not like something to be proud of, I don't think. To each his own. I'm not shaming or not shaming you, but it's like, I don't know. It's not a badge of honor. I had chicken pox when I was little. I got a scar over my eye right here, but I don't. It's not something to be proud of, I don't guess. This doesn't make sense to me. To each his own, I guess, but I don't know, it was weird the way he said it. Because he was telling me, he's like, by the time you look down in your shorts and you got green stuff, he's like, everyone had it. I was like, that's not something, like, that's not something fucking cool to, like, talk, like, okay, and then, like, if you get, like, an even worse disease, like, that just doesn't make fucking sense to me. Like, someone gives you AIDS or something, like, that's some pretty fucking shitty shit, you know? All because you just wanted to go fuck. That's what I'm saying, like, that makes 0 sense to me. Pretty shitty mistake, huh? Pretty shitty roll of the dice. I'd hate to call it karma. But is it? And then what if you could heal it? What if there's a human being who can heal all of that from the inside out? Yeah. And then what if all of us could heal it? That's the point. What if the fact that you got that disease was because you shouldn't have been with that energy? It's not, yes, it manifests in something physical, but it's an energy of 2 people who were not meant to be together. It's disease, it's poison, and then you spread that. But what if then you came together where your 2 energies were meant to be together, and you used sex the way that it was supposed to, and it healed you? That's the point of this. These are the ideas that the world doesn't understand or even know about. And it's based on intent and cleanness and love. It doesn't mean you could have sex with someone with two people with the right intent, and you don't have to be in love the way that you're perceiving love. But being in love in the moment with what it is that you're doing. Those are two different things. And then if you love humans that way, if you love that way, meaning that you can love anyone and everyone always. And it's almost like an unconditional love for anyone that's human. I don't really think that I was going to go down this path. What if, this is stupid, this sounds dumb. What if there was someone in this world? What if there was, this is a stupid idea, this is hilarious, this is funny. What if there was a human being, a person, that was capable of loving, and in the vibration, the highest vibration of love? And what if this person could heal you? But the only way he could heal you was by fucking you. But there are real repercussions to that. He can only fuck you once. And it will cost something. It will cost a lot, actually. Number one, you're gonna be attached to him always because of his love. And that when he does have sex with you, he's gonna have sex with you like you've never had sex before. It's gonna be the highest level of sex, the highest level of intimacy you've ever had with anyone. Your husband or your wife, it sounds weird, has never even bonded to you that way. Ever. And he healed you. It's almost in one aspect, now you owe him everything. Because he literally gave you life. Because you were dying. So what if that was the cost? Was now technically you're going to be obsessed with this human being that you can never have again. And he did give you life. But he gave you life, eternal life, even. You know? Would you do it? Could you do it? And what would you pay him? Whatever the highest thing, monetary, it would have to be probably monetary. Maybe a house, something like that, land, a high price. But he could heal you. He could heal your blood. Because your blood is what's the problem now. All of our blood is what causes us to die. And the timeline on your body. But it's mostly blood based. It's decaying over time, but we're not going to talk about that. It's just a spider web of death, but of decomposing. I think of Joseph Smith in this moment. Or I think of like, dude, this is like straight occult shit. Because I think about, it's hilarious to me. I think about, that's where these ideas came from. That's fucking hilarious. Because they convinced, and well, it could have been true, but not really. I'm not perceiving it that way. Like you just have to have sex once. In this scenario, this is fucking crazy. In this scenario, like in those scenarios, I don't know, the Waco guy, he would bring in the families, and then he would be the only one who could burden the sin of sex, because he said sex was a sin, but he was the only one who could take that burden. And I laughed when I heard that shit, man. I was like, dude, sex is not a sin, bro. Like, that's what's wrong with this world, is we deem it as a sin, but we're also using it as a sin, when it's like it's not a sin at all, as long as it's two consenting adults, you know. And then there's real obligation and shit where you got to be able to say no and appreciate it. It's the concept of, if someone invites you on a yacht and you're out in the middle of the ocean, like, you're kind of obligated to put out, you know? Or at least you feel obligated, but you don't have to. You don't have to put out. That's on you. There's a scenario when someone gives you something, you're not obligated to put out. If someone takes you out to dinner, you're not obligated to fucking sleep with them. That's a real thing. For some reason in my head, it just goes, that's shitty if you don't. But you don't have to. And you should probably, the reason why it's shitty is because you should say at the beginning, look, we're just going out. You can pay for my food if you want. That's on you. But I'm not guaranteeing you I'm going to put out. I may. But I'm not obligated to. And I'm not obligating you to buy my food. Just because I'm a woman. Like, you want to be equals, let's be fucking equals. But if someone buys my food, I'm obligated to put out. I'm okay with that idea. I'm not a fucking woman. It doesn't really do me any harm. But that's the way I perceive it. If you want to take me out, and you want me to fuck you at the end of the night, and you pay for everything, that's the least I can do. Is to make your toes curl. Make the bed wet. It's just good. Let me reciprocate. You know? That's just me though. But I'm a male. But I've never obligated anybody in the other sense. I don't want to obligate anybody else to do that. For me, it just makes sense to me. Because if I go out with you in the first place, then if that's what you want from me, then that's fine. It's not a big deal to me, but I'm kind of a whore. So, it is what it is. But you gotta ask for it too. I'm not just gonna freely give it to you. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. Because if you take me out and you pay for everything, that, from my perspective, it doesn't mean that you want me to fuck you either. Unless you ask for me to. Because now I'm not gonna make it a prostitution transaction either. And that's just the way I do things. It's so weird. I'm a weird human being. But like, if you ask for it, I'll give it to you. If you kiss me or whatever, then it's like, cool. But it's like, I'm not going to force you to do anything. But I will answer the call. I really enjoy being honest. I'm telling you, there's nothing more exciting than this. Because like at the end of the day, why does it matter? You could be sitting in your house, oh, this dude's crazy, this dude's perverted, this dude's this. I'm going, you don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm just talking. I'm just speaking my mind. These are real thoughts. How is this perverted? This is real life. I'm not forcing anyone. I'm not chasing anyone. I'm just living life. This is not whatever. I'm not infringing anybody's free will. The money system itself is a perversion. The white man who came here from the East 200 years ago came and perverted this land. That's a perversion. They came in and brought a system of money when everything was based on bartering. When everything was okay. Until they came here. And fucking gave people blankets with fucking disease in it. And wiped out races of animals. Races of humans. And then pretending to make up for it by giving them land. And putting them in fucking poverty and chains. And in laws. And taking away all their freedom. That's a fucking perversion. And then doing it on the backs in the name of a god. It was hand in hand. Read your fucking history. As the military marched, so did the Roman Catholics. Boom, another church. Boom, another church. Boom, another church. Conversion, conversion, conversion. Supply these less than people with food when you came through and made them less than. When they were kings and queens of this fucking land. Where they owed nothing but were custodians. And they appreciated nature. And they only killed what they ate. And they harvested rightly and truly and honored it. And then the Eastern people from the East came from the water, across the waters, and perverted everything, stole everything, and then built an empire on it, Babylon, a shithole, and stole all of it, and then sold it back to the people for infinite return. And that is what you call America. The greatest country in the world. The worst fucking country in the world. Probably the most evil country in all of humanity. Doesn't mean all the people are evil. But the idea of it is nothing but a perversion. And implementing systems that are nothing but perversion, that take you out of freedom. And put you in nothing but a prison. And I don't mind, like, the idea of protecting you, the idea of building a wall makes sense. Now that we're bordered like that. We have to protect our own if that is what it is that we're doing. But it's like you can't have a people. Like when I went on my trip, man, it's frustrating because like I went to the Indian reservations and they're fucking in poverty, you know? There's tons of kids with no dads. Which that's everywhere, but there it's like a whole fucking society of nothing but like single moms, no fucking dads. And then they're making jewelry, which is cool, man. They're creating, they're making jewelry, but that's how they make the money, by fucking living. And then they're like tokens. It's fucking disgusting, man. And then you got tourists coming in there, seeing them as an attraction. It's a fucking zoo. And it's demoralizing to me because I perceive it one way, because then now I'm the tourist. I'm walking through these pueblos, looking at their crafts and talking to them, and they're trying to sell me stuff, and I was like, I want to help, I want to buy, but at the same time, now I'm coming to look at the art exhibit. I'm coming to look at the people that all this land was theirs. And then a group of people came in and took it. And they had to surrender after deaths. And then they're given this like it's a fucking good thing. Oh, you can have this land. It was no one's land to give in the first place. Fucking disgusting, man. So disgusting. And then we just kind of play stupid because now it's just the way it is. Well, I didn't do it. You know, it wasn't me. We can't really fix it now. I can't. I'm just one man. Why does it matter? Because I want to be an actor anyways. I want to go to fucking Hollywood. I want to suck some dick and eat some pussy and get a cool gig, and one day I'll be famous. Who cares about the casting couch thing as long as I'm famous? It's worth it in the end, you know? I'll sign some contracts and sell my soul. I'll do whatever it takes to be rich and famous, you know? Even though I can't manage my own emotions now. So really all I care about is chasing money. Money will solve my problems, but it has to, right? Because then I can just stay high and I'll have friends. I understand they're not going to be truly my friends. They're just going to be with me because I have money and I can provide and I'm popular. And who cares? I don't even see those. They don't even have anything to do with me. I can't. I'm just trying to live now. I want to be an influencer. And then once I become an influencer, even though I sold my soul, even though I signed contracts, and even though I did things that technically I didn't want to do, but they told me that they would give me this role, so I did it. But maybe I can help in the back end, right? After I do all this stuff, I can help. And maybe that's the case. Right? Maybe that's the case. Do you think you're going to have time? You can't even manage yourself now. And then you're only going to add that much more drama. You're only going to add that many more contracts. You're only going to add that many more ties. And then by the time you get to where you're supposed to get, where you think you can make it better, do you really think you can? Do you think you can even understand yourself? Because now you have to be okay with everything that you did to get to where you got. And you wasn't strong enough in the past. So you definitely think you're going to be strong enough in the future. After you even add more of that stain on you. No. No, you're not. Because if you didn't think you was worthy before, you're definitely not going to be able to think that you're worthy later. There is a possibility. If you did all that being healed before you did it. Then, when you did that path, then when you signed those contracts, you may not even have to do it that way. But if you did, you could go through it without shame and guilt. And I can show you that way. Where you can go to casting couches and be okay with it. And have zero shame and guilt. And live in the moment. And accept that what you're doing is not bad or good. It just is. It's just part of the game. It's just fun. What do you mean? All I have to do is this? And you're giving me $1 million? Are you serious? I have zero shame and guilt. Hell, I'd do it for $20. You know? If you could get to that idea where it's like, if you want to, like, it's not really, dude, this is so fucking weird. Why am I talking like this? But it's like, I perceive everything so much different. Like, why is there penalties for what? This is a vessel. Like, if two consenting adults agree upon something, that seems like a really fucking good deal. You guys play this game. You play this game. What would you do for $1 million? Would you punch your wife in the face for $1 million? Fuck yeah. Why not? If she agreed to it, I would ask her, I'd be like, look, you let me punch you in the face, we get $1 million, but are you cool with that? If you're cool with that, I'm cool with it. Two consenting adults, do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, she may not like, she'll get up, she may not be over it. I don't know, that's the risk you take. But you think about it in the sense of like, if you went for a movie role and someone was like, I'm gonna cast you in Avengers 17,423 and give you $1 million contract if you just have sex with me. If you could step in there, like, who truly has the power? You're fixing to get $1 million contract. All you have to do is have sex with somebody. You like sex. Seems like a good deal. Who truly has the power? You do. To choose. This sounds really weird. Kind of shitty because it's flipped around backwards. And I can see it from both perspectives. And I'm not agreeing to the casting couch dude. I'm just saying, like, he's kind of a shit. If he's offering you that. But it's pretty nasty. But what I'm saying is, what, like, I don't know. That just seems like a win-win to me. You know? Well, like, what are morals? This is what I'm saying. What are morals? You know, what is it that you've done at a bachelor party or a bachelorette party? What have you done on a college night? Like, these are just questions. These are conundrums that come up in my head. Where it's like, who knows, man? But if there's a way you could do it and you understand that this is just a game, the idea of being on this earth is a game, and that it's like, what, as long as there's two consenting adults, like, what, you can't, you agreed to it, you didn't have to, it's shitty, And I look at those things as like, it's shitty because it is a power dynamic. But it's like, but really, who has the power? You know, maybe get him to sign the contract and call all that shit before it happens. Before you take the risk. Like, you sign me right now, you give me paperwork, we call a notary up here, we're at the hotel, you get a notary up here, I'll rock your fucking world. Win-win. I mean, it's a real shitty way to look at it. But it's like, it is what it is. How is that wrong? Two consenting adults. It's the same thing. I talk to guys all the time, you know, they'll be like 50 years old hanging out with 30-year-olds. And the guys are like, man, you know, I'm so tired of like entertaining these 30-year-olds all the time. Like, I can't hang with them. I'm like, yeah, because they're fucking 30 and you're 50, bro. You know? But they're getting something from you, which is fun time, attention, money, and you want younger women for some fucking reason, which the reason is because they're younger, because they're crazy, they're beautiful, like they're still got energy. But it's like that's like just an agreement that you have. It's not good, it's not bad, and it is what it is. It's the same thing with me. I'm 37 years old. If I wanted to hang out with 20-year-olds and all that stuff, like, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. It's based on my moral compass. Now I look at it where it's like, I don't want to mess up these little girls, these young women that haven't even lived. So I try and just stay away from them. But because I feel like a predator if I'm like trying to go pick up 20-year-olds. I'll be their friend. And hopefully I can help them put some mental stuff in their mind so they can kind of not get shit on or taken advantage of. But then again, at the same time, if one wanted something from me, whatever. It's not really a moral thing. Just a moral thing on my end. But I don't want to use my wisdom and knowledge over them. But if they want my wisdom and knowledge, I'm not opposed of it. Yeah. That's why I said that's why I do the things the way I do them. It's like, so I was with an older woman and she goes, I felt like I took advantage of you. Well, I was like, well, I mean, technically, in one right, you did. but not really. Because she didn't trick me in any way, like it was what it was. And, yeah, at no point in time did she take advantage of me, technically. And that's why I tried to get it through her head. Like, I was like, no. I was like, man, I'm a consenting adult, technically. Technically, I'm an adult. But I don't know. I like talking to this stuff. But yeah, man, I perceive it. It's like it's a weird concept. Because I see both parties now. The only difference is like you can't, like if you did it legally, in a scenario like a casting couch or something like that, like it is shitty. Because they're manipulating these young women on these hopes and dreams and desires of getting these contracts and shit. Where it's like if the girl was just like, you know what? Yeah, that's shitty. And those people, it's pretty fucking shitty. But if it was better done, where it's like, we can sign a contract right now, that's still, it is prostitution, I guess. That is prostitution, I guess. But then that wraps around to, is prostitution okay? Or should it be okay? And then, like I said, if you're getting a $1 million contract for performing an act like that, it's really based on you, right? And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that seems like a pretty good deal. You know? I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. That depends on you, you know? And then if you have a partner or something, it's pretty shitty. I'm not saying I would do it or not do it. I'm just saying these are conversations and things that pop into my head with, like, either way. That's why I'm saying, like, I have the weirdest perspectives because I have many. And it's not based on, like, rule. It's not based, like I said, the only rules that I technically have is, like, don't infringe on somebody else's free will. And then maybe it's a box, like 2 lines going down, don't infringe on someone's free will, and then consenting age. It's like another box. You know, that's the box that you stay in. And then anything outside that box is no. Which means that's almost everything. Don't infringe on someone's free will. Means ask, hey, I got this opportunity. You're pretty good. We think you would fit this part good. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is weird. These are the rules. This is what I need. You know, you're already good. You're good enough to get the part. I don't know. That's a weird fucking concept. That's a weird thing. Because if it was finalized and they didn't hoodwink you, then it would be a good deal. For something that you've already do anyways with a random stranger, you know, at 11:29 on a Sunday night. Right? But now you have morals? Come on, really? Now you're offended? And that's kind of where I see the double standard of a lot of things sometimes. Where I'm just like, we just need better rules and regulations across the board for everyone. But in that has to come freedom and transparency. And that's where the blockchain will come into play. The blockchain will create transparency, and that's the whole point of the government too. It's like, so the government wants transparency from us, from humans, from their slaves, but they don't want to be transparent themselves. And so anyone who doesn't want to be transparent but wants transparency from you, they're doing bad shit. So if anyone accuses you of cheating, it's because they're cheating 90% of the time. If anyone is calling you a liar, it's because they're a liar 90% of the time. If anyone doesn't have confidence in you, it's because they don't have confidence in themselves 90% of the time. You know, like anyone who calls you out, calls you boastful, prideful, or something, then they don't have worthy, or that they don't have confidence in themselves. So anytime anyone projects anything on anybody, it's because they don't have it themselves. If they call you a whore, it's probably because they're a whore. If they call you a prostitute, it's because they are a prostitute. If they're collecting money from sex or have gotten money from sex and they're calling me, saying that I've received money from having sex with people, it's probably because they've done it. Or they are doing it now. Because I'm honest with you, I don't care. Have I ever received money from sex? No. They ever bought my drinks and stuff? Yeah. Bought me food? Yeah. Have I ever got a check from them from having sex? No. Ever pay my bills? No. Seems like a good gig. In the future, will that change? Possibly. Is there a road that I go down where I become that? Sure. Or will I have a sugar mama? Yeah. There's a very high possibility that that could happen. Because why not? You know? Who knows? Do I want that? At the end of the day, no. I want a wife and kids. But being that evidently I'm intimidating, it seems like the only women that are confident tend to be older. I guess they're just a different breed. They're not so young in this bounce around idea, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it could be. I could see it. Like I said, man, older women treat me well, man. They treat me fucking good. They treat me like a prize, bro. And these young girls, they just don't. They don't know what they want. Just because they don't know themselves. They got way too many daddy issues and mommy issues. I don't know. I may just go out of the country. I have no idea. I just talk a lot. I don't know. But these ideas freaking flip me out, bro. Because it's like how do you, if, I'm not gonna talk too much longer, but like if for some reason I became the owner of the free world, and or the custodian of the free world, and I was here to make new rules and regulations, like it's very complicated, because like one right of me would go, what do we need to legalize? We need to legalize. Man, that's a rough one too. I would say prostitution, but we need to regulate it. We need to have strict rules on it. Maybe you can only have like outposts, and in those outposts, prostitution was legal. And then now those places were, man, too many corrupt humans though. So there'd have to be like very high punishment for breaking the law. But then at the same time, then everything would be hearsay, right? Dude, this is complicated. Because you want to give people freedom. But then the rules have to be high. Or the punishments have to be high. High enough to deter crime. But then all the basic needs also need to be met. So therefore, there should be no reason to commit crimes. Man, this is very complicated. This is getting more complicated every second. Because ultimately, that's what this whole talk was about. Everything I talked about was ultimately about that idea of how would you make a society that was good, with low crime, almost non-existent crime, meaning we had to meet everyone's basic needs which would be just food, water, and housing, and then purpose. That kind of sounds like I'm saying that prostitution is a purpose. And I'm going, it's not a purpose, but we know that people are going to do it. And you can't control, but you can limit things with it. Like I said, if you made the prostitutes and the people who use prostitution, they had to either be celibate, or they had to be not celibate, but they had to not be able to produce babies. See, man, this is difficult. This is freaking difficult, because then you would have to limit the number of kids, right? Dude, this is like a utopia idea. Like, you would have to sit down, and people would be pissed, but you would have to take away so many freedoms in order to be free. I don't even know if it's possible. Like, I don't even know if the outcome in the state that we are in now, that's what it is. The state that we're in now, in our own minds, there can never be a utopia. There can never be a true heaven on earth in the state that we are now. Because you have to be able to control your sexual desires. You have to be able to control all your desires. You have to be able to control your food intake. You have to be able to control your anger. You have to be able to control yourself. And every human being would have to be able to do that before you can even have a society like that. You would have to be pretty close to that. And you would have to, like, give people real purpose. You'd have to give people decent food, housing. But I think the biggest is purpose. Then you would actually have to, you would even have to match them up with people. You would have to, like, because you would have to make them have mates. So you didn't just have random people that were alone. Dude, this is fucking complicated. Because then who gets to choose that? Then who chooses those? And so then each individual person would have to be confident. They'd have to be their best self before any of this shit worked. Or we would have to take away, like, man. Yeah, so like me alone, I couldn't do it on a big scale. I can, I guess, but I gotta have help from a higher power. Or in small communities, because it would be tough. I mean, plus you can't, of course, this is all just random talk bullshit. But like, you would have to, like, I'm looking now, and there's houses with families in it, right? So you would just have to accept that those families were them, and then they wouldn't want to give up what they had. And so then you would be back down to, I'm just going to do it for myself and people that want to come join me. And that's the better idea anyways. But then you would want to, you would have to be subjugated or segregated away from the rules of the United States of America too. Like, because you don't want to be a part of that crap. Because then they have their own rules and regulations. Like, in your community, you would have to abide by their laws too. I don't know. I just got a brain boner though, like, because this is very complicated. The only way I could perceive it is you would have to start with one community and go up from there. Where a lot of these things wouldn't be an issue. Where you would just say, well, these are the rules. Don't infringe on someone's free will. You guys can consent and do whatever the crap it is that you want. We have rules. Maybe only a couple kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. Or you gotta hold your own weight, or you gotta do this, you gotta do that, depending on what. And I don't know. I really haven't looked into this too much. And then, like I said, the conundrum of like morals. Like I said, as long as you don't infringe on someone's free will, like it eats the moral compass away. Like as long as you're 2 consenting adults. Anything goes. And no means no. I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. Fun talk. Probably means nothing. Talk about prostitution a lot. Which is weird. But like I said, the sex stuff, like it needs to be talked about, because sex is everything, right? But then it's nothing at the same time, you know. And then like everyone's shame and guilted for it, when it's like, let's just heal. Let's heal the ideas. Let's heal why we do what we do. And then maybe it will be okay. Like, and like have rules and regulations and try and do what it is you want to do. You know, if you want to set a world record for how many partners you have, like, go for it. I just maybe heal before you do that, and have good intent on why, because you want to be the best fucker ever, you know. You really like sex a lot. It's, you know, cool. But at the end of the day, you gotta be okay with yourself. And not use sex as an escape, which keeps causing and adding more trauma on your life. Where if you wanna fuck everyone in the world, cool. But at least do it for the right reasons, and like at least have zero shame and guilt in it. You know, like, and I've looked at that. I've listened to some like escorts talk, and some of them have zero shame and guilt, and like those women, at least they talk like they don't, or they're proud of it, and like I respect them for it. Because they've kind of healed through their shit, and then they kind of took the power and control over what it is that they do. Instead of being victims of why they're doing it, you know, they control and own why they do it. It's almost like a dominatrix or something like that, you know. Especially when you're in that position of power, it's because she likes to do that. And she does a good job or whatever. And like there's 2 different demographics there. And you shouldn't have shame in it. Like if someone's gonna pay you for you to beat them up, dominate them, like it is what it is. I don't see anything wrong with it. And I think the society hiding it is kind of shitty. Like let's just bring it to the forefront and figure out a way to make it safer, I guess. I don't know. Do what it is. Because I think when we hide things, it gets corrupt. That's the biggest thing for me. When we hide things, it gets corrupt. And then the abuse comes with that corruption. But if it was all forward, out in the open, then we could have true transparency in it. And then I think that would be a way to help. Man, this all kind of circles back around. Man, I don't know if that's the right answer, but it would be able to put pressure off the kids, I guess. I don't know if it's the right answer, but I think if we will, it sounds shitty. I don't know if it would help. I don't know. I'm just sick of kids getting traumatized as children, getting molested and shit. And so then it's like, for me and my idea, it's like, then if we made prostitution of consenting adults legal, then maybe, I don't know, man. I think we just gotta get rid of all the, I don't know. Maybe there's not an answer. Like I said, until we can all fix ourselves and learn to manage and control ourselves. I don't know, this is fucking frustrating now. Because it seems hopeless. Like, cause you could look at a neighborhood and then you're like, I can't. I can't really know what's going on behind those closed doors to protect or not protect. And then you get into the idea of the government controlling everything, right? It's the same thing. Because, like, you don't know if the kid's getting neglected, you don't know if the kid's getting abused, you don't know anything. And then you don't even have the manpower to police it. And then you go, then this sounds shitty, but then you go like, are those kids right there even? And then you go, yeah, they're worth protecting because it's nothing but potential. And then you go, the adults, this sounds shitty, the adults have less potential. And the kids have all the potential. And so then you start to go, well, now we need to make all the rules, all the regulation, all the understandings based on putting children first as the highest potential, the highest reason to protect. First. Because they're the future. And we've already fucked up. We're already broken. We're already damaged. We've already destroyed the earth. And the kids are the ones who are going to be here after us. And so no matter what it is that we do, they have to be the reason we do everything and anything. And we have to give them the tools. We have to protect them. We have to keep them innocent. We have to do everything within our power to give them the best fighting chance. Because our chance is over. Our chance is done. The karma's here for us. So how do we protect our kids from that karma? And then you just got to teach them all those things of they're not me. They're not the person next to them. That they're individuals. That like they're creative. That's their superpower. Is by being their individual self. And that at the end of the day, it's all about them. Kind of in a selfish understanding. But we got to learn how to cater to them. And give them a right path. And help them focus on loving themselves. And not getting lost in the influencers and the Joneses and being like everybody else and needing $250 pair of Nikes and all the hippest clothes and following the Instagrams and the YouTube channels. That they got something special inside of them, and then just help cater to them, whatever it is that they want to do, whether they want to skip rope, or build Legos, or become an engineer, marine biologist, whatever it is that they want to do. They can do it. I don't know, man. This is why I don't like planning. Because, like, that's the conundrum of it. You bring me a problem, and I have to fix it like right now, easy. But when I look at it in this scale, this is why it's so fucking complicated. And this is why I don't like the plan. This is definitely why I don't like the plan. Because there's too many options. There's too many ideas. There's too many people that aren't going to like it. And like, no matter what it is that you do, someone's going to not fucking like it. And so instead of thinking about it, just look at it in the constructs of don't infringe on someone's free will. So if I'm not hurting you, if I'm not forcing you, if I'm not infringing in somebody else's free will, fuck it. You like it, you don't like it, I don't give a shit. I'm not hurting you. You're having to come into my world to not like what it is that I'm doing. Your problem, not mine. Holla. Love y'all. Peace.